the existence of a Super Bowl suggests that there are lesser bowls.
It's 3 hours of the best adverts of the year, occasionally cut up with the odd bit of sport.
Maybe they win a large bowl for competing in it.
There's a person that comes on to kick the ball, he doesn't do anything else, and yet gets paid millions of dollars.
I want to know how I get that job.
Every so often, the Sports Hangover touches on mature topics. Discretion is advised.
And now we know British people clearly don't know anything about the Super Bowl, about football. That's Mike. I'm Jeremy. And this is our Super Bowl edition of the show. What's going on, Mike?
Jeremy, I love the intro. You never really think about it, but a lot of times people don't really know what the Super Bowl is. Everybody else in the world, they like soccer, and they're on the metric system. No one else in the world likes football, and no one's on our system here. Or what is it?
Is it?
What?
We're in the American system, right?
The meters, right? No one's on the... No.
We don't use meters.
Whatever.
We use yardage. I just think it's funny how popular the NFL is in America, right? The most popular sport by far, the most popular brand in all the United States, sports or non-sports, yet people in every other country don't give a shit at all. It's pretty entertaining.
That's
really.
true, Jeremy. You know what's happening right now?
Tell me, please.
The weather in New York City it's updated to the minute, and I have the weather report for the Super Bowl. This is our Super Bowl show. Right now, daytime high.
This is live weather whenever you're watching this. No matter what time you're watching this is what's happening in New York right now.
Right now, yes. And by the way, Jeremy, let me mention, today is my birthday that we're recording on. Not our birthday. It would be weird if we had the same birthday. Today is my birthday, 1 year older. But on what day is it? On Sunday. The Super Bowl's on Sunday. The daytime high will be 37, nighttime low 24, with a 10% chance of rain or precipitation.
This sounds like what I predicted, Mike. I predicted around 32, 33 degrees at kickoff with no rain, probably some wind in the Meadowlands. That's what we're looking at. So Peyton Manning, probably pretty happy right now, right?
I mean, I think so. I think they've been bombarded a little bit by all the media day. They're not really thinking about the game too much. I don't know when they get the practices in, but it seems like they're just getting bombarded by stupid questions. I watched NFL Network the other day, the first round of media questions, and they're stupid. Somebody was asking him about the housewives. Marshawn Lynch didn't want to be there. He was just there to hang out because he didn't want to get fined again, because it's a lot of money.
He hasn't spoken to the media at all year, which is just crazy that he's gotten away with that. He didn't do it at Media Day either. Media Day is such a joke. I'm over it like you. But isn't it funny? The Super Bowl in New York this week, and it's all the bad weather in the U.S. is in the South, where the Super Bowl normally is. Atlanta, New Orleans, Houston, these cities that are used to hosting Super Bowls. Florida, snowed in Tallahassee, Florida today.
Never does
all
that.
these cities that are used to it are getting the bad weather. And New York, maybe some flurries, just not as bad a weather as you would think in New York this time of year. So far, so good. Yeah.
Now, you never know what could happen. Things could all of a sudden, it could start snowing, it could do whatever, but I guess they have a window. I was reading about it because I was curious, like, what happens if it does snow? Can they move it?
Sure.
But I guess they have to move it within 36 hours of the Super Bowl. So we'll know by, like, Saturday morning, Friday night, if they're actually going to move the Super Bowl. So it's kind of...
And at this point, all signs are pointing to no moving. Super Bowl at your normal time. Your party will take place at its normally scheduled time, right?
Correct.
'Cause I'll be there.
Oh, and of course you will. And Jeremy, if you are there, you might see a lot of pro-medical marijuana signs out saying, like, we're safer than beer, we're safer than football.
At your Super Bowl party or at the Super Bowl?
No, this is at the Super Bowl, not at Super Bowl parties. I think be a different kind of party. But I guess everybody's pro-medical marijuana. Pete Carroll came out the other day and said that he roughly kind of supported medical marijuana just because of all the concussions. Everybody's trying to find a solution. And a lot of NFL players, another story came out and said majority of NFL players said they would play in the Super Bowl with a concussion.
Now that's interesting, and I heard some national radio guys talking about this as well, and it makes a lot of sense. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I understand that concussions are completely serious, but concussions are kind of meant to keep you safe. When you get taken out of a game due to a concussion, you're kind of it's kind of to keep you safe for the next opportunity.
And we're not saying that
there's no next game after the Super Bowl.
We're not saying play, like, if you are concussed and you really don't know what's going on during the game, then no, you shouldn't be playing. But they're saying, I think, if they got a concussion last week, they would still want to go in and play, even if they weren't cleared to play.
Yeah.
Because if you get a concussion right away, I don't think you're playing.
I think it's okay. You never know if you're going to go back to the Super Bowl. Dan Marino made the Super Bowl in his first or second season as a pro and never returned back. You just never know. Back to the marijuana for a second. I believe medical marijuana should be legalized as well for all the medical purposes it has. And it's like something like 80% of NFL players smoke weed during the season. The NFL does not test for marijuana during the season unless you fail to pass test.
See, I didn't know that.
So I've read articles on Deadspin where past NFL players talk about the only way to handle their pain on Mondays and Tuesdays after games is to lay on the couch on their off day and just smoke weed and rest up. So I think it's very common in the NFL. It's no surprise that NFL players and coaches would want to see it allowed in general. And how about Denver and Seattle, two of the biggest medical marijuana cities right now, even recreational pot out there.
Yeah, recreation. You don't need it. You just have to have an ID, go in and buy some weed.
Pot tourism in Colorado. It's really taken off.
It's taken off. All right, let's play. What are we going to call this game?
All right, I have a game I came up with. I'm really proud of this game. It's my creative genes have been flowing. So you know the game Kill, Marry, F. Can I say the
You can say whatever you want on here, Jeremy.
All right. Kill, Marry, Fuck. It's a game that you play. You know, you list three things and you say, I'm going to kill her, marry her, and fuck her.
Okay.
Well, we changed it up around just a little bit for the three cities involved in the Super Bowl. Denver, Seattle, and New York City, right? So those are your three options.
Denver, Seattle,
Instead
New York.
of kill, marry, fuck, I have three questions for you, and I want you to assign a city for each question. Make sense?
Okay, I like it.
Let's do it. So you'll go first, and I'll follow up. All right, so Denver, Seattle, New York City are the three options. Here are the questions. I need one city that you would live in.
Okay.
A city that you would vacation in, often probably, and a city that you will never visit again for the rest of your life out of those three cities.
Wow, that's a tough one. See, right off the bat, I think Denver, probably a great place to live. During the summer, it's probably really nice and green. During the winter, yeah, it's going to snow, but you get to go snowboarding. You get cool little snowboarding towns. Everybody's kind of laid back.
Yeah.
I'm kind of thinking that one I would live in.
Okay, you're living in Denver. Where are you vacationing?
Vacationing?
Now, Seattle's a short flight for you. New York's
Seattle, okay, but see, I'm already living in the middle of nowhere, so I think I'm going to go to New York. I'm going to visit New York.
Vacation.
You hang out in New York, you get the big city, everything's there. And honestly, I mean, I love Seattle, I love the Seahawks, but if I had to get rid of one, I'd get rid of Seattle. It's gloomy all the time. I know people love to live there and love the green landscape and the overcast skies, but honestly, you don't need that. I would get rid of it.
Now, full disclosure, I've never been to Seattle. Have you been?
I've never been to Seattle. I am a Seahawks fan, Jeremy, but I think that one I'd get rid of it.
Yeah, so you get rid of Seattle.
Yep.
So I've never been to Seattle either. I'll just say that up front. So first I'll start with the city that I'll live in.
Okay, tell me.
And for me, it's pretty simple. It's New York City.
Oh.
I love the hustle and bustle of it. I love the entertainment capital of the world, as they say, you know. I love the media opportunities.
Okay.
We can take the Sports Hangover big time.
Of course.
In this city, you know.
I could come visit you from Denver.
Exactly. You visit all the time. The city I vacation in is Denver. You know, not only is there pot tourism, there's snowboarding, like you said,
Yep.
with high mountains. It's beautiful in the summertime, very green and outdoorsy. In the winter, you get all the snow sports. And then,
I like it.
Of course, I'm with you. Seattle, I would never visit. So that means I'll never go to Seattle my entire life because we are staying true to this. You know, you have to move to Denver after the show.
Oh, okay. Yeah, of course.
I don't know if I explained that.
I'm never allowed to go to Seattle again. I was actually thinking sometime I was gonna try to make a trip to Seattle sometime this summer just to check it out, see it, maybe even go to like a preseason game or something, just to really stamp in that I am a Seahawks fan after they win the Super Bowl this year.
Whoa, already calling it. We are going to get to our predictions, our final score predictions a little bit later, right?
Well, we're going to do a special show. I don't know if you want to do it now or you want to wait till we're going to do a show in person.
Let's talk about our special show. So I'm coming out to LA. I'm flying out tomorrow to see you just so we can record a special prop bet version of the Sports Hangover for the Super Bowl, and so we can watch the Super Bowl together and probably do a wrap-up show together as well.
Yes, and
so a lot going on.
And this might be there are so many NFL props right now. This could go on for over an hour, this show. I've looked through all the props. There are lots and lots of them. And we'll have some categories
I hope
for
people
you.
will stay with us.
Oh, they'll stay. Well, I'm going to do all the good props first, the ones that you should bet on, and then we can kind
Don't
of...
tell them that. The good props last, so they watch.
Yeah, well, we'll figure it out. We'll figure out the format.
But neither one of us are ever allowed in Seattle based on what we just did. But if you're going to go there, Mike, you have to go in the regular season and go see a game.
I'll
like
try.
Monday night, Sunday night.
I know.
The sound at that place, it's pretty special, right?
Bring some little earplugs. Yeah, I mean, I'm excited to go. If
I would love to go to a game there, even though we're not allowed to
I
go
know.
to see.
All right, let's play a little this or that.
I like it. This is a Super Bowl version of this or that. 5 questions. Go 1 through 5,
Okay.
one at a time. You pick this or you pick that. You
Okay.
go first. I'll follow up.
All
You like
right,
it?
I like it. We haven't played it in a while. I'm ready.
Number 1, with a win, Peyton Manning will be the best quarterback ever in history. Peyton or other for best quarterback in history with a win against Seattle.
I'm going to go. Can I go? I can choose other, right? I don't know. Is it that? So I pick that.
That's that. Yeah, that's that.
I pick that, Jeremy. I don't think that. I think overall, he's been up and down. Playoffs, can't make it through. He can win one every once in a while, but I think in the end, you want somebody to come in and that can just win games for you and be the all-time greatest. He'll go on a great board, a list of names, but he won't be number 1 in my book.
I'm with you, Mike. I go that as well. I think he's in the top 5, maybe with a loss, maybe with a win, absolutely top 5, maybe top 3. I think Tom Brady goes down in history as a better quarterback than him despite the loss in the AFC Championship game. Peyton, he hasn't been consistent enough in the playoffs. Like you said, a lot of up and down, not always a true
And
winner.
now it's not always, let me get back to that. It's not always his fault. It is also a team effort, but when you have Tom Brady and a really good coach, most of the time they're making it, they're winning games. They've made the Super Bowl a lot in the last 10, 12 years.
Yeah.
So I just think in the end, it's like, it is a team effort, but you got to have the right mix of people.
I just don't see him as the
Situational.
best ever. I can't see that. Maybe the smartest ever. Maybe that, but not the best.
Maybe.
All right, number 2, this or that. Do you take Denver's receivers or Seattle's corners?
Oh, wow.
How about that?
That's
That's a tough one, right?
that's a tough one. Now, what am I taking these for? As like I get to start a new
Who's going to win the matchup? No, who's going to be better this week?
I thought you were like,
do you got?
who if you had a team, would you put these?
No, this or that. You're taking Denver's receivers to outshine the corners. The corner's going to make the plays in the game. This or that.
Oh, wow. I'm going to take Seattle. I think overall they're a better core group and they could be I don't know the speed of Wes Welker and I know Demaryius Thomas, really good receiver, but I don't know if every receiver in there is going to perform as well. Like Eric Decker is not going to outrun Sherman.
Yeah. But Sherman's going to be covering Demaryius Thomas.
I know.
I'm going this. I disagree with you. I'm going Denver receivers here. I think Demaryius Thomas is one of the top 3 receivers in the NFL. I think Eric Decker is underrated. I own him in fantasy every year. I get him in the 7th or 8th round. He just puts up monster numbers.
No, Jeremy. He was on a big drought this season. He was not the
But
greatest.
he had some huge games.
He
was
did,
up and
he
down,
did,
But
but
when he has big games, he has huge games.
He's got Peyton Manning throwing him the ball. Of course, he's going to have some huge games.
He's got Wes Welker as the number 3 receiver. I don't know who Seattle's number 3 corner is, but I don't think they're as good as Wes Welker.
All right.
I'll take Denver there, right?
Okay. What do you got next for me?
This next question I'm really proud of. I just want to say that.
Okay.
I'm really proud of this one.
Give it to me.
A better duo. So we have from Seattle,
Okay.
Macklemore and Ryan Lewis, or from Denver, Eric Decker and his supermodel wife, Jessie James.
Wait. Why are we going Macklemore? Why are we going... What?
We're going Seattle, Denver. Better duo.
Yeah, but you should have picked, like, another sports figure, not, like, a singer. Come on, Jeremy.
Duo singer. No, I'm proud of this question. Don't take that away from me.
So Eric Decker has a supermodel wife, or Macklemore and his buddy from Seattle.
Yeah. I like this question.
Well, didn't Macklemore just win a Grammy?
He sure did.
Right now, they're above. This is hard because I'm not a big fan of Macklemore, really. And Eric Decker, it's...
Although your hair is very similar to Macklemore's, we can say
well,
that.
Right? I've been trying some different haircuts out.
Switch side too, please.
There.
Macklemore, there he is. Okay.
I'm gonna go Decker. You can't beat a supermodel wife and a semi-superstar wide receiver.
Sure. They have some show on like VH 177, I think it is. So they have a show going.
Do they really?
Yeah, they have a TV show together. I'm sure.
I didn't know.
I'm going Macklemore, Ryan Lewis. Ryan Lewis is going to fall off the map as Macklemore continues to soar. We don't know what Ryan Lewis contributes.
Like Justin Timberlake and NSYNC. The best
compare
rise
it
to the top.
Remember when American Idol started? It was Ryan Seacrest and the other guy hosting, like Brian Dunkelman or something.
Yep.
That poor guy right now.
That
right?
poor guy. He could have been a superstar. He could have started the Kardashians, but he left.
But now Dunkelmore is like
Dunkelmore.
That's his name, right? I'm going Macklemore. He was marrying people at the Grammys. Did you see that? Marrying all those couples.
Okay, well, he wasn't really. It was Queen Latifah marrying everybody. He was just present at the time.
Singing horribly. I'm going Macklemore. He is sky high.
Can I tell you how bad was Madonna compared to that girl she was singing next to? Like Madonna would say something, and then she would sing. I'm like, oh my god, Madonna is really bad.
Madonna. Isn't it sad when stars get that old? Like Paul McCartney, Ringo Starr, they had a great showing, and they're old.
Well, you can't. No one else is on stage with them, like singing back and forth, and you hear Madonna, then you hear this other girl who I don't know who she is with a great voice.
Madonna's like raspy, like bad throat.
Is that the last this or that? What else you got?
I have two more. Can I go two more?
Yeah, give them to me.
All right, here we go. This or that for ex-Patriot playing in the Super Bowl, Wes Welker or Pete Carroll. Who you got?
Pete Carroll's an ex-Patriot?
He used to be the head coach of the Patriots.
What am I picking? Like better?
You're picking better Super Bowl performance. Who you're a fan of? Who's bigger in the grand scheme?
Did Pete Carroll? Pete Carroll never won the Super Bowl with the Patriots, right?
He never did. He wasn't very successful there.
I guess go with Pete Carroll because Wes Welker probably already has a ring, correct?
Never did.
Never.
He never won a ring.
Well, maybe I'll go with Welker then. Maybe a smart move to get out of there and switch it up a little, see what your talents can do somewhere else. Maybe you're not an all-star anymore, but you're still a participating member of an all-star team. I like Welker's move.
I think you nailed it with this. Get it? Because Wes Welker has never won a ring, and you're right on top of that. And this is his golden opportunity to win a ring. Pete Carroll's done amazing things with Seattle. I love his vibe. I love what he's got going on for an old 60-year-old guy. He's like cool with the other guys. He's running around the field. He's got the Nikes on. I love what he's doing.
Yeah.
I wish he was the head coach of my Dolphins team because the Dolphins suck.
Yeah.
But Wes Welker, former Miami Dolphin as well. Good for him. I'm taking this right there. All right, number 5.
All right.
This or that. Super Bowl food, wings or pizza.
Jeremy, you did this last year.
I'm bringing it back, baby. I'm bringing it back.
I think I might have chosen the wrong one last year.
See if you get it right.
But this year, I am cooking. I'm probably going to cook 3 or 4 dozen wings.
Nice.
Or more. All different flavors. I'm a big fan of the Asian Zing wings at Buffalo Wild Wings, if you're listening.
Oh, my God. I am fired up about that.
Favorite ones. I go wings on this. Pizza, it's heavy. You just get tired afterwards. You're going to want to sleep. Wings, they're dirty enough that you only want to eat them real quick. Eat them, boom, 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 and go back to what you're doing. I like the wings. And wings they're so good.
They're so good. You can't go wrong with wings. You nailed it again. This might be your best this or that performance in the history of the game.
Feels good, Jeremy. Feels
It
really
might
good.
be. Pizza is like for when you're hungover or you're lazy and you don't want to go get something. Super Bowl is a special food day. You have chili, right? You have wings. You have the food you don't always have. You bring it all out for the Super Bowl.
You're going to be here for the Super Bowl. You're going to witness my wings and the chili cook-off that's happening.
I'm fired up about this. I'm going to be driving back from Palm Springs just in time for the Super Bowl, and it's going to be a great day. We're going to be all over the Super Bowl right here on the Sports Hangover, and now it's time for One for the Honeys.
All right, Jeremy, this one for the Honeys is for you. Mike Wallace came out, and he said he should have broken the single touchdown record. He was only 19 short.
Oh, boy.
He had 930 yards and 5 touchdowns, which wasn't bad, but it wasn't as good as Pro Bowler Josh Gordon with 1,646 yards and 14 touchdowns in 14 games. He missed a few games at the beginning of the year and still is the number one. I don't know. Things are going wrong in Miami, Jeremy.
Things are going really wrong. This makes me sad because all he's doing by saying this is throwing our quarterback, Ryan Tannehill, under the bus, right? Mm-hmm. He's just blaming someone else. And that's a common flaw of people who are not successful in life is they deflect blame.
Okay.
It takes a lot to admit blame and admit a mistake and to man up and rise above that. And Mike Wallace is nowhere close to doing that. He had many drops this year. Mm-hmm. He did not have a good season. He did not perform to his expectations, and neither did our quarterback, Ryan Tannehill. But as a leader, as a star receiver, you don't need to act like that. You don't need to call your quarterback out. You need to take the high road. Say, I can do better, we can do better, we will do better next year. He runs his mouth. He is an idiot. He is an asshole. I don't like him on my team. I wish I didn't overpay for him. Now we're stuck with them for 4-1.
Here's a quote from Mike Wallace. Definitely have to get the ball deep. That's the difference between winning and losing a couple games. I should have had 15 or 20 more touchdowns, and that's being modest. If you press me, you have no shot to cover me. Once I get you the stop, it's over.
Mike, I'm really excited about coming out to LA and everything, but this is getting my blood boiling. I am not happy about this right now. I'm getting upset.
Okay.
He pisses me off. The Dolphins are not in a good place. They just hired a GM who I have no confidence in. The owner butchers everything. I don't know. I feel like I'm a Browns fan. It's like what it's like to be a Dolphins fan these days. And if there's a team that goes out to LA, I'm jumping on the bandwagon with you. All right?
Jump aboard, Jeremy.
I want to jump.
We will be doing a special show, a prop show, a full-on betting show. So if you're interested in gambling the slightest bit, because Super Bowl is coming up, I'm sure some party you're going to will be running some sort of illegal gambling pool at their home.
Watch it this weekend. Watch it Saturday morning, Sunday right before the game. Get it out there right before the game on Sunday. It'll be up all weekend long for you, and we're looking forward to sharing our wisdom with you.
If we don't get molested, arrested, or abused, we'll be back next Thursday.